enough, I've had enough. Same old line, same old pain. Nothing left, just a name. Please don't call again. I'm done with the lies. This is our goodbye. Fool me once, fool me twice. No more games, roll the dice. You threw the blame, play the sane, but you know the truth. Took my kindness, turn your weapon, use it up, cut it loose. Every tear that I shed, just another excuse. Now your name's just a stain that I can't undo. Gaslight, rewrite, twist in the past. Kept me in the dark while you lit the match. Hands up, back down, cycle, repeat. Had me looking like a fool, trying to land on my feet. Please don't call again. I'm done with the lies. This is our goodbye. You love the fight, you love the chase, you love the power. Love to see me break, standing over me towered. Had me second guessing, stressing, living in a spiral. Now you're just a ghost in my past gone viral. Told me I was nothing, made me beg, made me plead. Now you're blowing up my phone like you ain't left me to bleed. Let it ring, let it echo, let it burn out the same. Ain't a love song, nah, just a curse on your name. Cold air fills the space. Nothing left to say. Let it go. Let it fade. Just a ghost. Just a name. Let it ring. I won't pick up. Said enough, I've had enough.
All right, thanks for that. I really like that song, SHS. By the way, it's ShsSlayer and not ShsSlayer. I've been corrected on that at least one time. So, thanks for joining. I'll do the I guess the particulars out in the thing. If I'm having any sort of sound troubles or anything, we'll try to address that up front. I have ads clicked to manual. I don't know why. I think someone was saying, maybe Dr. No was saying that there was an ad popping up. Did you see that, SHS?
No, but I have ad blocker on my browser.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. I don't. See, there's a button here if I can insert ad. And what I'll try to do is manually insert the ads after I play a song, and that way it sort of flows a little bit better. Let's see. I'll just do my calls to action at the start. Everybody, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I support the John Fawcett Foundation. I noticed a few of you watched the video with Cass that came out not last week, but the week before, who runs Love Heart, that runs the trips that go out to John Fawcett Foundation out in Indonesia. They do the cataract surgery, and they bring basically 2 ambulance, the hospital, remote things out there to get it done. So anybody wants to do the donation, the link should be below to go to John Fawcett Foundation, donate there. You can donate through my website. I probably every 3 or 4 months do a bulk donation based on those, and then a little bit of mine to make sure that it's covered by any potential fees or anything that can be done with that. Now, I don't know if you can't see, but I'm wearing a really cool t-shirt today. ShsSlayer sent me this t-shirt a while ago. I've been meaning to do it. I have it on a pre-recorder for week 51 of my featured list. I played it to kill the surprise. I'm wearing your t-shirt on week 51 because I figured I need to get a bit of excitement going into week 52. I still have no idea the celebration I'm going to do. I think it's going to be a look through the people that I've featured. But anyway, the point is that if anybody wants to send me a t-shirt, I know Zanzibar said he's going to send me a hat, anything like that. And I've mentioned before, I'm not starving for clothes. I've got plenty of clothes, but I like to promote people's stuff. And I'll wear your stuff like on a rotation. So far, I've got CyberZen and ShsSlayer. So those two are going to get a high amount of rotation through the two of them. Although it just looks like a black t-shirt, but I'll just do this from time to time. Cool. Yes, ShsSlayer looks great. Thanks, ShsSlayer. Appreciate that. Maybe it's I'll have to remember to put the link to your store in the comments here. Today is going to be spaghetti songs. I'm not going to play spaghetti on top. I swear, unless like I get some kind of huge thing with emojis, I am not going to play spaghetti on top of spaghetti again. It just, the first 12 times is funny, but maybe that 12th time starts hitting you and it's not quite as funny or as fun as the first few times. Cool. So that out of the way, welcome ShsSlayer. You've been a huge supporter of the channel. Every time I need something, you actually manually ran the wheel and got me going. You're an awesome dude. I've interviewed before. Tell us about yourself, even though everybody here probably knows.
Well, first thing, like, howdy, everybody. I'm ShsSlayer, not ShsSlayer, not ShsSlayer. But I mean, that's commonly said. I mean, you know my backstory, but for them, you know, I played trumpet in school and I found Suno and it was life-changing, really. I tend to make a lot of like either cloud rap, grunge, rock, stuff of that nature, but you know, I'm open to exploration and I do publish my songs, you know, I distribute them. So, you know, I'm also the administrator, moderator, whatever you want to call me for the Discord itself. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for getting me onto Discord. For one thing, like I never would have gotten onto Discord if you hadn't. Like it's just something I've been putting away because I was on Merc for years, like when I ran my gaming clans back in like 2013, and I hated it, man. I just felt like a wall of text, and if you go away for 2 days, and then you come back, it's like, oh my God, can't I just read through emails in my own time? But it's just crazy. But there's a complete community, and I don't mind it now. Like if I really struggle, I just take everybody's text for the last couple days and I drop it into ChatGPT and say like, what do I need to, what's there that I need to go through, right? Give me a summary. But other than that, like it's good because there's always people on and you can sort of just have a live chat, and I like that. And if I have a problem, like I know I was having a lot of problems with my live here, and I needed to fix it up, and there were people like Dr. No was there, you were there. I think there was a few people there that got me up to speed. So this live thing is like so much better, just because, you know, of Discord and that you guys are able to help me. So
Yeah. And Discord's great. Even the voice and video, which I know we haven't used that much. It's all really good for communication.
You're gonna drop that voice thing every time I talk, but go ahead. Sorry.
I think that's about all I had for Discord.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep going. Every time I look at, yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. See, this is why you got my back, and this is why I need you. And whatever, if I ever say anything to make you angry, let me just apologize in advance. Do not be rage quitting in any way, anything that I do.
Nah, I'm here. I don't plan on going anywhere.
Yeah, you're an awesome dude. I got so many awesome. Like I'm looking in the chat section, right, and like everybody that's there is just a huge supporter of what we do, and yeah, I get a bit emotional. You probably can't tell, my eyes are getting a bit watery right now, but because I'm sweating now because I'm in the Gold Coast, Australia, and I've had to close my door for this show, and now I'm going to be sweating for 2 hours. Do you want to maybe we'll lead in with a song, with a spaghetti song? Maybe I should give it a, I guess everybody that I can see commenting probably knows what it's about. But a few weeks ago we were doing a live, I think it was the Europe show, or one of those shows around there, and I just jumped in because I was promoting the AI Music Society, because me and Dom have have a thing where we massively respect each other and we respect each other's communities, and there's a lot of crossover in it. And I said, well, let me just go to the one. He has a daily sharing post where you can shout out to somebody else's song. I said, I'm just going to choose randomly one of the songs in someone's shout out. And it just ended up being this song, Spaghetti on Top of Spaghetti, Spaghetti on Top. That was it. And it was just a fun, everybody was laughing. It was such a good time. And then
so catchy.
It's so catchy. It's like a Pink Pony Club. You just Pink Pony Club, and then just like you're playing ice hockey, and then it's stuck in your head or whatever. So then I just stupidly said we should just do an entire episode based on spaghetti, right? And I said send me some. And the two people did submissions, and I'll play them manually. I won't bother with the wheel. I'll stick them in there. But some songs ended up not being just like randomly funny. They were good. Like it's interesting to see how people can spend their creative juices on something random. So I'm gonna widen your screen too. It looks like, oh no, maybe you've got square and I've got a bit wide. No, that's cool. Yes. So you know, you look fine. Don't do anything on your end. I'm just talking out loud. Cool. What I'll do, such an awesome song, Zanzibar. I hope you're not talking about spaghetti on top of spaghetti. God, I played that to death. I'm gonna bring it up. Oh no!
He's gonna lead in with it.
I think I closed down AI. No, I didn't close down AI Play. I just got to have it in my Firefox. Cool. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna manage. I'm gonna reset. So if you want to submit your spaghetti song, and also because like there's so many spaghetti songs, if you submitted a song that's not spaghetti based, and it comes up on the wheel, I'm gonna skip it and go to the next one and say thanks for your service or whatever.
So
cool.
Only spaghetti today, huh?
Only spaghetti today, unless it gets like, God, this is getting old. Like I just can't laugh at spaghetti anymore or something. I don't know. I'm hoping we'll get some people that submitted songs that aren't just silly. Like I want to have silly songs, but I want to see where people take this. This is where there's two things, right? Like you got a YouTube channel and you're pushing people to be creative. Like I want people to get funky and creative. And sometimes that might be a fail. Sometimes you're like, that was not great, but you got to be okay with that. That like maybe you lose people in the moment or something like that. But then on the other side is it might just be a great moment, and something stupid like spaghetti could just be like, wow, that was the most powerful moment of my life, as it could be, you know. But anyway, I've got it loaded up. I'm just gonna see if I can get we go live on that. I want to see if I can get to the there we go, roulette wheel. All right, cool. I'm going to bring up on the screen. You know, I almost knew this was going to be the first one to come up because I've heard Zanzibar talking about this for the last 2 days. Spaghetti Western Heart by Zanzibar. So here we go.
Dust on my boots, sauce on my sleeve, spaghetti in my saddlebag's all I need. Town with hunger in my eyes. The saloon door swung and I saw my prize. Not whiskey, not cars, not a showdown at dawn. Just a plate of spaghetti that kept calling me on. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti stacked a mile high. Twirling on my fork neath the western sky. Forget the gold, forget the fight. Love's the tastiest art. I'm a cowgirl riding free with a spaghetti western heart. The sheriff tipped his hat and said, ma'am, what'll it be? I said, a mountain of pasta's the law, I believe. No outlaw could tempt me, no gunslinger's part, 'cause marinara burns hotter than a six-shooter spark. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, stacked a mile high. Twirling on my fork, neath the western sky. Forget the gold, forget the fight. Love's the tastiest art. I'm a cowgirl riding free with a spaghetti western heart. Every noodle's a lasso, every bite a sweet embrace. I don't need a cowboy when pasta takes his place. In this dusty old cantina where the tumbleweeds start, I found my true forever in a spaghetti western heart. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti. That's my outlaw song. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti. Been loving it all along. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, stacked a mile high. Twirling on my fork, neath the western sky. Forget the gold, forget the fight. Love's the tastiest art. I'm a cowgirl riding free with a spaghetti western heart. Yeah, I'll ride through the canyon, I'll ride through the dark, but I'll never ride hungry with a spaghetti western heart.
Well, there we go. I heard so much about this song on the Discord over the last couple days that it was bound to be, played pretty much as the first one. So that was pretty good. Thanks, Zanzibar, as always, for your contributions. I wanted to talk about the term marinara. So I'm actually surprised that I hadn't thought about this while this was coming up. Sorry, Phoenix, if I hadn't advertised this enough. I think I mentioned it like about 3-4 weeks ago that I was going to do a special episode taking spaghetti songs, but you're right. I should have probably marketed this a little bit better. But so far we've got 17 pasta episodes. So enough people knew it was coming that we had a pretty good amount of submissions. So, but the good thing about Phoenix is if there's ever anything that I need to pick up on, Phoenix is there to mention it. And I'm not even saying it in a bad way. Like, and sometimes the stuff is like super valid, and other times it's like, yeah, okay, well that's sort of nitpicky. But I mean, I guess that's the way with all feedback. And I do address things based on what Phoenix says quite a bit. And you're totally right. I should have probably let in with this on the channels a little bit more. But that's awesome. So let me just go on about the term marinara. So this is a cool thing that could get your blood flowing or juices going, whatever. So when I moved to Australia 25 years ago, I didn't play an ad, by the way. I'm going to play an ad after that song. So there's an ad going now, maybe. I don't know. But at least I'm giving people the heads up on the ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That was a lot of fun. I really liked the that harmonica solo in there.
Yeah, no, it was good. Like sometimes like Zanzibar's stuff can be silly sometimes, but sometimes it's like more than that. It's like it's like a balance, right? Silly and then also just like really good musically woven in, and sometimes like stuff you just want to come back to. I guess that's the way with a lot of people. Like I guess I'm like that too. Like I'll just do silly, stupid stuff on my channel just that I can laugh myself. And other times there's like deep messages buried in it that no one is gonna understand but me. But they're musical. I'm not sure, but But yeah, it was a good song, and everybody's talking about that too, which is good. So let me just ask you. So you mentioned marinara and spelled it a few ways. So I moved to Australia 25 years ago, right? I used to like having chicken parmigiana with marinara sauce when I lived in America, right? Then I moved to Australia, and I'm like marinara sauce, and marinara sauce is filled with like octopus and fish and all that. Like, what the frick? I want octopus. They're like, I want marinara sauce, and they're like, hey, stupid, marinara sauce. It's in the word marine. It's marine. Over here, like if you want a red sauce, it's Napoli sauce. So like, and I go, and it took me a while because you grow up and this is the word, and I go, what? Eventually, I went, that makes sense. And then when I go back to the U.S., I'm thinking it's marinara sauce. It's marine, idiots. Yeah. So you expect to have octopus or whatever, or fish, and so go ahead and talk in the comments how you feel about that. How do you feel about that, SHS?
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. Knowing how marinara is spelled, I mean, yeah, it starts off marine, but it doesn't have the E. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that the Aussies are a little bit odd in that one.
I came around. There's some stuff. There's some stuff I go like, nah, man, Aussies, you got it. You don't have it right. But other stuff I go, yeah, Phoenix is saying it's Napoli sauce here too. Marinara is fish. Yeah, because Phoenix is here. That's why. So
yeah.
So Phoenix, go ahead. Phoenix puts the vote into what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and have to side on the Aussies side here. That it's Napoli sauce. It just, Napoli sauce would work no matter what, because there's no argument either way. Like if it were to go over to the U.S. and it's called Napoli sauce, like, and people start saying you can't say NA. So like if fish-based sauce was started with marine something, I don't know.
We could run a poll.
Yeah, we could. Can you run a poll? How do you run? You're
I don't know.
in this.
I don't know how to do it on YouTube. I know how to do it in Discord.
Can I run a poll? Let me see. Plus, start a poll. I got it. Let's see. We'll call it. There. So, because I'm live, I can't spell sauce. Let's see. Make sure it's Marin. It should. Yeah, I don't know. I know what I'm voting for, basically. Zanzibar. I feel it's a yummy pasta sauce. There we go. So this is gonna be basically. This is basically going to be put to Parliament. Whatever is voted here is going to be put to Parliament, and it's going to be voted on, and we're going to have to decide in either Australia and in Congress. They'll have to decide on it, I guess. If you use just red sauce too, then I guess it works. Ever heard?
Well, there's different kinds of red sauces too. I mean, you have like red pepper sauces. So.
Yeah, well, and that gets even more complicated in Australia because it's less complexity. Because like over here, like ketchup, they just call it tomato sauce, and you could actually just shorten that to I want sauce, right? When I first came here, it's like what sauce, and well, if you just say sauce, it's basically ketchup. They don't say ketchup either.
That's
How
wild
can
to me.
marinara paste not be seafood? And Honest Bob, there we go. Like, we're sort of outnumbered here. Honest Bob's basically only 20 minutes from me. Had a yummy pasta sauce. This is okay. So we should probably play another song, because we got to get through a few, right?
How many do you normally get through? Isn't it normally like 5?
Well, 5 when it's like when Scott or a subject matter expert is on here. Like if I get Scott that wants to talk through like his experience at Universal Music, or I want to get someone that's basically well into marketing, that does marketing as a job. If we have a subject matter expert on here, 5 is the one I want to get through. But if it's an episode like this, where we're just trying to pump out spaghetti songs and have a bit of a chat and have fun, I'll get through 20 songs. I don't care. How does marinara go? I love starting controversy. I don't usually do that. I liked everybody to do the love, but now I'm gonna be there's a line in the sand. You're either on this side or on this side. You either marinara means marine, or it means we got to go to Napoli sauce. But yeah,
Well, what you do is you say if you agree or disagree, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it in the yeah. It says there is a poll, and we got no at 75. I'm a subject matter in eating spaghetti. Well, I'm going to be a subject matter in spinning the wheel. Let me just see what we got here. If we got any more submissions, manage. I think it automatically refreshes now, but I'm gonna just to be safe. God, I hope everything's working. Error, something spaghetti not found. Nice. I was gonna think that was Phoenix's song. Let's see, but it's not. Okay. Let's see here. I'll bring my roulette wheel up. ShsSlayer. I've seen ShsSlayer before. Let's see how this goes. It's just called Spaghetti the Band.
This life is like a plate of spaghetti. Some of us get more salt. Some of us, well, we're on top. But we're all just noodles trying to make it through. Spaghetti, spaghetti, humanity is spaghetti. That's me and you. Spaghetti. Yeah, we're all spaghetti. This town is a plate of spaghetti. Connected and tangled. Sometimes we feel strangled. But we're all just noodles, just doing what noodles do. And I wouldn't have it any other way. We're all just noodles today. Spaghetti, spaghetti, humanity is spaghetti. That's me and you. Spaghetti. Yeah, we're all spaghetti. You can stick to the plate, you can hide under meatballs. But at the end of the meal, we are all gone, all gone, all gone. Spaghetti all gone. And we're all just noodles. Just noodles. Some taken by a fork, some stick together in a clump, some cut short by a knife. This ain't chocolate, Mr. Gump. Slipping away. Some try to escape the place. Slipping away. But they can't escape their fate. And I wouldn't have it any other way. We're all just noodles today. Spaghetti. Spaghetti, humanity is spaghetti. That's me and you. We're all spaghetti. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, we're all spaghetti. Hey, hey. We're all spaghetti. We're all spaghetti.
That was pretty good. I just gotta. Oh wait, ad. I gotta play an ad. Hang on. So I don't know if I'm meant to be talking straight after the ad. I don't know. I
I
push a
don't.
button.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to
I
be
think
huge
when the ad happens, there won't be like a gap. I think it's just delayed, and then like I'm not sure on the live side, but I know like whenever you have the playback, I'm pretty sure it'll just put an ad there. But as soon as the ad gets off, it'll be like right where you put the ad at.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I won't have an awkward silence for 30 seconds or something like that. Look, that song was really cool. This is what I was hoping would happen, right? And this is such a cool thing, especially in the stuff that we do, is have a random idea, just do it, and then see how it goes. Like spaghetti is such a broad thing, right? Like, let's just make a whole bunch of songs about spaghetti and see where they go. But the 2 songs so far that we've had have been like good creative songs of their interpretation of whatever that is. Like the song itself that this entire thing was based off of was just saying spaghetti on top of spaghetti. It's like whatever you take that for. But make some songs and make it your own. So far, these 2 have understood the assignment. So
Well, that last one was crazy too. I mean, you had Japanese instruments in there. I think I heard it's a what was it, a koto or a shoto, something like that.
yeah.
So it started off with like Japanese instrumentation, and then it went into rock, and I don't know, that was unique. It was a trip in itself.
Yeah. And people say you can't do stuff like that with because you can't be creative. You just have to steal from everybody else's ideas and AI music. But like, who does that? Nobody. That's something that would have had to been prompted, and the prompting would have had to understand. It couldn't just. No one else does that. So yeah, next week is marinara. All right, Professor Jacket. I'm just gonna do marinara. Just for the rest of the time I do live sessions, it's just gonna be variations of pasta and sauces and all that. And we're gonna have
AiDIY, the spaghetti guy.
Yeah, the spaghetti guy. That's right. Guy that has interesting viewpoints on what sauces should be called. Yeah. So
Next week, can AI make spaghetti?
oh, I bet it can. You can definitely do stuff like this. See, I like the idea discussed on Discord a few days ago about doing wrestling interest themes. Yeah, that's something. I'm glad you brought that up too. How good would it be, like, to have like a wrestling league that's all about AI music? Like, you create, and this is gonna look. We're not gonna just talk about freaking spaghetti for 2 hours, but look at it, like, ideas are good too. Like you could make like a wrestling persona using AI, right? You can make a wrestling, and you can make a walk-up song. But you could almost make like a wrestling league, because you could have like statistics, like you could roll base statistics on that wrestler, and then just do an AI fight between 2 people's personas. But the idea is the walk-up music that you create for that guy too, and then you could do, I don't know, there's different stuff you could do. Wrestling intro theme, yeah. We could do that. We could totally do that. I think maybe next week, we could possibly do that. Just providing, like, I do want to have more than just fun episodes. Like, the idea of AI DIY, the AI music guy, is not just promoting and having silly things. I also want to, if I discover that there's someone in the community here that has like a unique gift that wants to share that gift, and you guys can all learn from that. My preference is to have those people on. Like, I want to have Scott on a lot, because Scott's like really smart. He understands the legal battles, although he's not, he's not a lawyer, but he understands how it plays within the music industry. He has industry experience, and I want to have him on, and however angle that's interesting and needs to be done in that time, right? And I wanted you to be on because you're really well ingrained in the community, and you see things that maybe I don't see. And you can talk through stuff, and you're really good as an admin too. So, and it's good to have you host and that sort of stuff. But I've been plugging for a while now. I really want someone that works in marketing. I think I saw someone come through recently, but they can't really do it because they thought that it was a bit too broad to just be talking about marketing. But obviously, what you see could be value in this community. But I want to have subject matter experts on here for these lives. But also, I want to have fun episodes like this too. So, I got to mark this has been played. Let's go. Mark played.
I think one of these weeks, on a week that I'm free, we could probably sit down and make an episode or something on like some MidHub and like deep diving
That would be awesome. I would love that. Yeah, because you are a subject matter expert at that. So much so that, and that submit hub thing, I just basically allowed you to talk in that episode, just see what he says, because he does it a lot. But yeah, I would love to deep dive submit hub a lot more actually. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through some of the comments here. There's been a diss tracks between rapper personas. That could be cool. Timistry's asking that. Go ahead and get with Main Records, who isn't here tonight. I don't see Main Records here today. Come on, Matt. Where are you?
Maine said he was going to be taking a break, so.
Okay. Fair. Oh, yes, that is true. Correct. Yeah.
I hope everything's going well with him because I really like him.
Yeah.
Maine's a great guy, so.
There's been a couple people in the last week that said that I care very deeply about and respect big time in the community that have just said I need to step away for a little while. And in the last couple of weeks I've stepped away just because I had to spend time with family and all that stuff. And I appreciate everybody here that's been understanding of that and hasn't been messing me too much and has come back this week, even though I've had like a 2 or 3 week, I guess, partial break. So yeah. Maine would love the wrestling music idea, Zanzibar is saying. Cool. Well, we'll make sure we keep it on a week that Maine's here, if that's the case. I'll run it by Maine directly. So I guess that we're pretty much locked in. We're going to have a wrestling theme. I think that's cool as. That sounds like I haven't been getting too involved in like the music competitions. Like I just haven't had time because it most of the time it involves video production and stuff. I do want to get onto that Eurovision or Mobvision, whatever it's called, that Dr. No keeps telling me about. And I think I should put some time aside for that. But have you seen that at all? I think Teamith is running that one, or partially. SHS.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so that Eurovision, Mobvision, or whatever thing that I think Teamith is running it, or it's running on his channel. I think someone else within there. Dr. No's been talking about it at all. Have you seen anything about that?
I haven't really followed it a whole lot. As far as I know, the like Eurovision type stuff is more like dance music, which I don't typically get like very involved with.
No, Eurovision stuff is freaking any weirdness stuff, like super I've seen like death metal stuff right down to, I mean, ABBA was big.
I need to check it out then because I've been kind of ignoring it just because I don't really do like a whole lot of dance stuff. I mean, I do on occasion, but most of mine, I do more kind of like emotional grunge, pop punk, kind of in there.
You could do an emotional grunge pop punk, but it has to be like, how do you define like it has to be a little bit NQR. Actually, I don't even know if NQR is used in America. It means not quite right. It needs to be like a little bit
Unhinged.
Like the lyrics almost have to be overly literal. Because it's a lot of times it's like English is second language and they're trying, they probably wrote the songs in like German or Swedish or whatever. And then they're taking those lyrics and converting them to English. So it's like a literal translation of probably really good, creative lyric. Yeah. So Wolfpack, who is Scott, ready for Eurovision. So I've gotten a few people that didn't know about Eurovision. Scott's one of them. That is just pumped about Eurovision stuff now, and I can't wait for it either. So maybe we'll all do a watch party for that.
That could be fun, like a watch and react.
I've got to get you on. You're gonna have to watch some YouTubes about it. I'm gonna send you some links afterwards. Do you think we should play some spaghetti?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let me get the wheel loaded up. We'll see if there's any new submissions. Let's see. Manage.
I think Senzu said I can actually approve them now, but I have to do them one by one.
Yeah, all right. I don't even know if there's any more submissions here. No, they're all up to date. Cool. I'll bring it up. Spliff. Exploit covered by Exploit Division. So I'm imagining this is, I can see straight away the video. It's going to be video. It's in the Exploit Division theme, and hopefully this will be awesome.
andare in Italia, in paese dai limoni, brigate rosse e la mafia cacciano sulla strada del sol. L'istruzione della lira, gelati motta con brio, tecco mecco con ragazza, ecco la mamma di amore mio. Sentimento grandioso per Italia, baciato da sole calda, borsellino e vuoto totale, perciò mangio sempre solo spaghetti, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola. Scusi Signorina, willst du auch ein Spliff? Oder stehst du nur auf Männer mit Schlips? Ich hab sonst nichts, was ich dir geben kann, aber blond bin ich, ist das vielleicht nichts? Amaretto ist ein geiles Zeug, ich bin schon Lull und Lall. Hab keine Ahnung, ob du mich verstehst, doch du lächelst und mein Herz tut nen Knall. Belladonna, ich lad dich jetzt zum Essen ein. Mangiare, tu capito? Andiamo. Als die Spumante wird es nicht gerade sein, aber dafür gibt's schon wieder mal Spaghetti, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, spaghetti, carbonara e una Coca-Cola. Spaghetti, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola. Carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola, carbonara e una Coca-Cola.
Dude, that I mean, for real, like everybody has understood the assignment. I can't believe how lucky we are. But I love hearing X Blue Division. Like I always love hearing X Blue Division, but totally understands the creative process. Let me just say something about that. Something I really liked about that song at the end, that you could hear that sort of echoing. Like it's obviously something that's been done to it in the DAW afterwards. The way it was sort of fading out and that distant sort of echo sound. That's really good. I like that. There's definitely always a lot of work. Midnight Mike, are you playing all spaghetti songs, or are we doing the wheel? So the wheels should be loaded up with spaghetti songs, Mike. So those are the songs that we're playing. What did you think of that song?
It sounded very retro. I liked it though.
Yeah, yeah. And like people are saying, like we're trying to explain what Eurovision is. So the people that understand the Eurovision were I forget who pointed out straight away. Neon, was it Neon? No.
Oh, hey, Maine's here.
What's that?
I said, oh, hey, Maine's here.
Yeah, I just saw that. Good. So Damp was saying this is definitely a Eurovision song, and as soon as Damp said that, I'm like, oh my god, totally. So Eurovision, part of what makes Eurovision is like you could have a song about spaghetti, and this would be people representing Italy. The country would pick one band to represent their country, and over the course of a few days, the country's the winner, and then the next year that country gets to host Eurovision. It's kind of like the Olympics for songs, but it happens every year. But you can imagine like Italy singing this song about spaghetti carbonara and just totally seriously singing this song like this is from their heart, and they love it, and they're the celebrities, and they're going to win for their country, and they're wearing some crazy ass costumes. It's just incredible. So this is my winner for Eurovision this year: spaghetti carbonara, XBD, Italo Disco RMX. Fantastic. I loved it. Let me see. Yeah, so thanks, Maine, for joining us today. We were talking about you very much. Oh shoot, I gotta play an ad.
All good things, probably.
All good things, probably. Yes. Nobody messaged Maine to the contrary. So next week we're talking about doing a wrestling walk-up song theme, and I think if we do that, we should require a persona to be made to be on screen. Either you can build it into your YouTube video, or you can just somehow send me the image and I'll have it up on screen at the same time. But I think that's the assignment. I don't know if I should do it for 2 weeks' time, because it gives people a little bit more lead in to create. But yeah. So Maine. Also, this is only directly to Maine. No country music. Nice.
I mean, we opened with a country song today.
Yeah. Well, was it though? Was it a full country? I thought it was.
Yeah.
We call it post grunge, post country. We'll call it.
I would say that was outlaw country.
Was it? I don't know the difference. I don't know. Whatever you say, it is what it is. I just thought it was a good song. Oh yeah. So I don't. Did you ever watch my video where I interviewed my buddy Hedgehog, my high school buddy, the guy he's.
I did.
You did or didn't?
I did.
Yeah.
You and him talked about what listening to. I'm trying to remember the exact genre. Basically, like kind of spacey music.
Yeah, that's right. So Hedgehog.
I'd love to comment about you and him talking about smoking special grass.
Yeah, small special secret. Every time I always talk about it like it's such a secret now, but now, like in the U.S., like nobody cares anymore. Like I made that song "Smells Like Massachusetts" because everywhere, not this trip it wasn't so much, but the trip I went on a few years ago, every store I went into smelled like weed. Like everything smelled like weed. So I made that smell. But anyway, I went and visited. Like I went to the student. When I went to the U.S. 2 weeks ago, I basically I did a presentation on a panel with a couple people at the Suno headquarters, right? And then I basically I was out there for that, but also I visited my parents. But I also like to visit Hedgehog because Hedgehog's been a quadriplegic for like 15 years now, and he had an injury that basically had him in the hospital for 6 months and then locked down on his bed for 6 months in his house. So he basically couldn't really get out. So I wanted to make sure I took him out. So I took him to a minor league baseball game a couple weeks ago, the Woo Sox over in Worcester, the Worcester Red Sox. And we showed up like 2 hours early so we could watch the warm-ups and just talk. And one of the things he's like, on the way there, we had to stop at this like hot dog place that's near Worcester. And he's like, dude, I know the kind of stuff that you like listening to. I know your kind of music. What is this bullshit that you're playing? All this shit. And I'm like, and it's not that they're bad songs, but you like, what are you lying to people? I said, nah, dude, like there's some stuff in genres like country or hip hop or rap that I don't traditionally gravitate towards. But this is what I like, the space that I'm in, that like people that I have to listen to. I have to listen to everybody's submissions, and I objectively, if something's good, like if it's put together well and it musically makes sense, like it's not a genre I'll flock to, but I like the song and I'll play it, right? It's good and I'll feature it because he's like, objective bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I like the song, man. Like it's I don't necessarily, I wouldn't go to Spotify and say play me this genre, but it's a good song. And who's the dude, there's someone that I've been taught fuck, I don't Aiden Yagu, right? Aiden Yagu's stuff, I wouldn't like look for hip hop or hard hitting stuff like that, but every single Aiden Yagu song that comes through, I go, I like that song. Like the lyrics are poppy. I love the original lyrics and all that stuff. So, you know, on the flip side, like the assignment here is to make stuff about pasta, right? And that could mean anything. And the songs that we've heard so far, like I don't know anything about Italian, but how obvious and creative it is to make a whole song about pasta in Italian, right? And you can recognize a pasta carbonara, you know, like we know what that is, spaghetti carbonara, right? So let me see what are the comments saying? You can see you're pretty glued into the comments. And anything we should be focusing on?
I was just laughing at Maine saying he even got you to like one of his.
Yeah, I have played Maine records, and everybody. Well, how about this? Everybody after this show, not now, go and watch Maine records and listen to his entire catalog.
And then talk about country music.
Yeah, and talk about how great it is. And I just have to be the counter to that.
Let's say, as an afterthought to what you were saying with your buddy, I believe I said something about it during my interview, even about how Suno has like really expanded the amount of genres that I actually like openly listen to. So, you know, sounds like what you were saying there as far as like listening to everybody. And it's wild. Like, you know, traditionally, like before Suno, you know, we wouldn't have been exposed, or we may not have gravitated to or really listened to those genres. But now that there's real people making music that actually have emotion or ideas, that's not just tunneled through, you know, the labels, like it's really expanded like my interest as far as music goes.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that too. Like when the 80s was getting towards the end and grunge kind of came out and sort of took over, like a lot of us that were into like glam metal and all that stuff and loved hard rock were kind of pissed off, especially the bands were. MTV's like, you like this now. Like, but I haven't stopped liking the other stuff. Too bad. It's done. Like you said, this gives us control about if we allow ourselves to be exposed to stuff, that we can like whatever we want. We don't have to have MTV telling us you like grunge now and you don't like metal anymore. You know, we can sort of listen through all those genres. That's so true. Like if you plug into these communities and everybody's pumping up and you are supporting other people, you're going to get exposed to stuff that's not being pushed on you, because you can expose yourself to whatever you want. Musically, you can expose yourself, but don't expose yourself in any other way. In the wrong environment.
Unless you're rocking a cool t-shirt.
Yeah, unless you're rocking. And then what am I exposing? Just the shirt. Nice. Let's see. What are people talking about? I love the chat. Like, I've mentioned it before. I didn't understand how much I was gonna like doing these live videos. So I was like, oh frig. I was originally planning on doing like an hour live till I felt comfortable. But like everyone's been 2 hours, and I basically have to cut it off after 2 hours. So you talked about a poll too, like we'll just take all the songs, we can vote on the poll and win, but that feels like a lot of overheads. I'm going to end this other one. Let's see. 68% of people don't want to change marinara sauce to Napoli, which I think is a missed opportunity for you in America to rename marinara sauce to Napoli. But, you know, I guess we're outnumbered here in Australia, but I didn't get to vote. It wouldn't let me vote, but I'm going to go, yes, we should name marinara sauce to Napoli sauce in America. So when I go there, I'm not going, come on, man. Marinara, marine, it's fish sauce. Whatever, I guess.
Isn't that Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire. So Worcestershire sauce has like some kind of fish or
It's
whatever.
it's fermented anchovy with fermented onion, and I think there's something else, and I can't remember.
Yeah, no, we're upping the complexity. Jay the Poet, there's another one with complex lyrics. So welcome here. Apparently the people are getting restless for the wheel, so we'll go into it. Too much talking from us, but if there's no talking, then we may as well just have a show of spinning the wheel. But I like bouncing stuff off you and other people. Otherwise, it's not interesting for me. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a podcast, guys. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. Get with the program. Let's see. We'll see if we have to
Main Record's Worcestershire sauce.
call it anchovy fermented onion something. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Midnight Mike. Sauce on her zitties. And I don't know. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to go to the wheel. You're kidding me. I've always said that this wheel knows things. Let's see. Here we go. So anyway, I already said it. Sauce on our zitties. Apparently this maybe is the one that we're not ready for, that Midnight Mike mentioned in the chat. Don't forget, if you feel like doing any donations for the thing, this thing is basically running on love and a lot of money. But I'm going to just hit this play here.
Straps, G-string spaghetti up her ass. Got me craving pasta like it's crack. Just a snack, now I'm back. Sloppy seconds, getting fat. Garlic buns, eating all of that. Manicotti stuffed tortellini, argentini pepe, fellini puntine. Meatballs deep, rigatoni in a pot. Macaroni, orecchiette, fusilli, saccatini sauce on his Audis. Sauce on everything, another wet noodle dream. The spaghetti king, I stick to everything. Sorry, no fagatoni, it's just not how I roll it.
Short and sweet, but it would. I guess short and sweet is suggestive as the song, right? In and out.
I hope my mic was cut off of that because I was laughing so hard. It was so unexpected.
Oh man, this is. I was not expecting this show to go this way. Oh, this is just a fun moment every week to have, you know? How are we going to top that? Jesus.
Preferably with cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, woman. Listen to this song. Awesome. I love it. How crazy is it? We've mentioned this wheel is sentient before. There's how many submissions are here? 21 submissions approved. I talked about Midnight Mike's one, and I was sitting there thinking, oh no, I think he submitted one that's not a pasta one. If I click on that one, I'm gonna have to go through the submissions and find the one that is pasta based, and then it just came up with that one anyway. So, what can be said about that? I think he made that pretty much in a hurry, and it basically it hit all the feels.
Wolfpack says Alfredo sauce has a new meaning now.
Oh, Jesus. This is a family show. From here on out, it's a family show. Mike said he played it for his mom before he submitted. So also, a bit of housekeeping that I didn't say at the beginning of the episode. I'm not giving away a t-shirt at the end of this one. I'm going to give away a mug. And the reason being is, one thing is because it's cost me a shit ton of money on t-shirts. But I don't really care. It's not costing me that much money. But the other reason is for some reason when people are ordering certain sizes, they're getting extra small and they're just giving it to their kids. And I need to correct that for at least 2 people. But anyway, the mug's good because it's cheaper, and I know the mug is going to show up as a standard size mug and not an extra small, like a thumbnail or something like that, right? But it's hard to print on that. But I think the mug's good because it's always there. I might always give away a mug. Anyway, the volume just between you boys is ridiculous. SHS is booming. Matt is too hard to hear. Okay, yep. If that's the case, I can turn you down a little bit.
I can turn it down manually if you want.
No. Leave yours. I'll do your guest feed. I'll put it down a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and talk.
I'm talking.
Yeah, cool. Well, anyway, I've turned it down a little bit.
What up, Mitch?
What's that?
Sorry, I was saying hi to Mitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck an ad.
You've heard me talk about Mitch before, so he's not normally around, but he's here today, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, Mitch, I have not seen Mitch.
Me, him, and Franz have done a collab before.
Cool.
And Mitch is probably one of the first people in the community I've actually talked to. So he's super cool.
Yeah. Well, your word carries heavy weight, so we'll go with that. I just hit an ad, by the way. So if anybody finds them, let me know how the ads are going in the comments. Like is it too disruptive? Like, I know I keep forgetting to play them directly after the song. So, and hopefully it's good the way they are.
We'll get you a little sign whenever you're going to do an ad. You just hold the sign up and be like,
yeah, sign.
Ad time.
Damn, sign. I don't. We'll do that for next time. I'll put them in the store and then I'll order from myself. Sort of a printing thing. Fallen Angels here. Awesome. Let's see. Main's getting in there. Cool. So there's a few people here now. That's awesome. I'm not going to sort of delay because I start getting yelled at. This wheel's awesome, by the way. Senzu has told me that there's a bit more to this software since I went away like 3 weeks ago. And I should probably at some point talk about my experience at Suno Studios and what it sort of led to, which isn't a whole lot of concrete stuff that it's led to. Like, there's nothing that I've signed on paper or anything we agreed to on like working terms, which I was hoping for, that we could have like I am this for Suno now, and Suno's this for me, and we have this relationship. We signed something on paper. That would have been fantastic. But nothing was ever promised in the first place. So I wasn't really, I had no expectations that was going to happen. I've been in business long enough where I used to get really excited about all these things that could be potential that I invented in my head. I've been talking to this, so that means I'm going to have this. So I approach this very much as I've already won because I'm going to Suno. I've been invited in. I get to meet people, which I met the CEO very briefly, Mikey, but he was sort of playing with a keyboard trying to get it working. So he's a little bit distracted. So I don't know if he even would recognize my face when it came up. But it was good because I got to talk about the community. And now, I have at least one contact on WhatsApp. And when they broke the UI a little bit for blind users, I was able to message my contact in real time and say, like, look, man, this has sort of happened. Your blind users can't use it now. and they got onto it straight away because I was able to sort of leverage that contact I have. And I'm not going to sort of take advantage of that at all. But yeah, I have an inroad now with Suno. I can communicate with them. They know who we are. They're very interested in this community and what's going on in the idea community. They don't exactly know how to, what it means. But yeah, more to that, more of that in the future. I also, out of that, because I was on the panel with someone that's at Berkeley that teaches AI music, AI lyric writing at Berkeley as sort of like a way to help with your lyric writing. And I think everybody who was there in that class had been through lyric writing in Berkeley, at least for 2 separate courses or whatever. And this is in addition to that. So in the top music, I guess, university in the world, or one of them at least, there's a course on using AI to help write lyrics. So if that gives it a bit of credibility, because everybody's like, oh, I don't use AI at all in my lyric writing. It's like, oh, good, that's good for you. But if you do, like, it's a real thing. Like, people are using AI, like people that are learning, that are spending, thousands of dollars a year to get the best out of and to learn about music. It's fully acceptable for them to use ChatGPT to help with their lyrics when they're stuck. So that being said,
that's super neat.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
You'd think, I mean, I don't know how much like influence you had there at Berkeley, but it'd be kind of neat if they like reached out to us, be like, hey, you guys are part of this community, here's like a free course on how you can improve this or that. Like, that'd be cool.
Well, one of the things I talked, the guy's name is Ben.
Like
the guy's name is Ben, and when he was escorting me out of the building, I said, dude, could you maybe be on one of my podcasts, and we'll choose 3 people out of the community that are really good at lyric writing? Because the guy, he basically teaches that course, but he's also at Berkeley. He's extremely, he's a professor in writing lyrics. So it's not just AI stuff. This is just a supplemental course. Could it maybe have 2 or 3 people from the community? You could basically break down their lyrics from a professional point of view, and just talk about their lyrics and how they do and so on. And so he goes, yeah, I could do that. So I'm hoping to have basically a professor at Berkeley come on the show and go through line for line and why line for line for people in the community. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think it'd be useful. Like I said, I don't want to just have competitions and silly things about spaghetti. Like the channel is about learning. And if I could get someone like that on, which he already agreed to, I think it would be the benefit to everybody that's here. So let's see what Phoenix has to say about it. I always like his take. You would think in order to teach something, you need to be an expert in it, and you can't be an expert in something if it's only brand new technician teaching. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Cool.
I think he's saying it's too new to have like an expert level teacher.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's, think about it. Like if his livelihood is working with it and getting paid to do that, then he's going to have a lot more experience than somebody else. So, I mean, I think there could be experts, especially like the people that know how it works, the process behind it. So I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he teaches. Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. No, like I just think it'd be good to the community. I like to think that a lot of us are new in the areas of music and all that, or at least like people could be an expert in guitar playing. But now that we're getting into AI music, all of a sudden people have to learn about lyrics, or vice versa, or DAW. So I like to think that everybody in this community is a student in some sort of way, like are hungry to learn things. And I don't know everything. What I'm trying to be skilled at is finding people that are willing to share. And that's what I want. That's what I want. This is what this channel is always about. Even though it wasn't always about music, it was always about like, what can I learn and teach people? So anyway, this is getting a bit heavy, but it is this needs to be talked about because this is the future of the channel. But I think it's been like 5 minutes since the last song, so that's what people are really here for. So I've got it loaded up. I approved some new songs and give a shit about me talking, and we'll go there. Another Zanzibar song. Here we go. Noodlum. Why can't I play? Oh, here we go. 5 minutes.
Stirred the sauce and brought forth life. Touched by thy appendage, we rise and sing. In beer volcanoes promise our joy takes wing. Spaghettum, super, spaghettum, super, spaghettum, super. Prophets, noble and free, their dwindling numbers bring calamity. But still we sail with noodles as mast to serve the monster until the last. Spaghettum, super, spaghettum. Spaghettum, super, spaghettum. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, we sing. Pasta eternal, by thy sauce we cling. Rivers of marinara, endless streams, carry us forward in sacred dreams. Passed over feasts, ramen and fast. Talk like a pirate, traditions amassed. Heaven awaits with beer ever flowing. Hell's stale brew we shun unknowing. Spaghettum, super, super. Spaghettum, super, super. Spaghettum, super, super. Spaghettum, super, super. Spaghettum, super. Spaghettum, super. Spaghettum, super. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti divine. Noodles eternal, thy love is thine.
know what's funny? Every time every time a Zanzibar song comes up, the first thing I think of is like, frig, man, I hope this isn't 10 minutes long. But then like something epic like that happens, and I just go, I'm not thinking about the time anymore. I'm thinking, frig, man, I would love to hear this song, like like with surround sound, and like take it in, or like this song, like I could imagine it being done up on stage in a big concert hall, right? Like, what do you think? What do you think?
I think that would be really funny for like a movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like maybe like an outro or like something epic happening.
What would the
Some
movie be about?
Scenario. I was thinking like Ratatouille, where like you had the rat that would cook.
Yeah.
Maybe something along those lines, and like he's cooking it, and the music starts building up, and
That's such a smart answer to my question. That makes so much sense. Something like a Ratatouille or something. Definitely something animated too, but Ratatouille's spot on. What are we up to Ratatouille 2 now? Ratatouille 3, Zanzibar, you should definitely get in with whatever studio does that and suggest that. I'm going to put it to an ad too, by the way. 3, 2, 1. Ad is played or whatever. Hopefully we're back by now. Cool. Dude, yeah, dude, like I might actually, I don't know where I could go. Hedgehog, remember I was talking about Hedgehog before? Like he's always been into sound. And I was driving his wheelchair van out to that thing, and he basically has a stereo system like you wouldn't believe in his van, and it was, I'm like, dude, I was loving to hear this stuff. I'm gonna suggest that he plays this song, even though he apparently doesn't like the music that I like, and see how it goes. But that was an epic song. It was awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping mine plays tonight because it's pretty wild.
Well, I already played
It's
one of your
not
songs.
a genre I would normally do. Well, yeah,
No,
I know.
We
I meant my
should
stupid song.
we should definitely play one of your songs on manual if it doesn't go up on the wheel, because you've been good enough. Well, in all this stuff you've been good enough to do, and also for taking the time here, we should definitely do. Cool.
I think my cat knocked something down.
Last cats lately, man. I interviewed Main Records wife Christy this week or last week, and her cat was sort of trying to sabotage the entire thing. So did you hear about that, Matt? Matt, the orchestra would be dressed in ziti, in meatball outfits, and the drums would look like spaghetti bowls. Is that on the Ratatouille outtake? Video to video with runway. That's a question for the community, I guess. Oh, sorry, I'm going to mark this as played. I basically changed, because of Discord yesterday, and Zanzibar's like, oh, I can only submit one song. So specifically, I changed everybody that could submit 3 songs because Zanzibar, and I wasn't sure how many spaghetti songs we were going to be getting, so I'm like, oh, I better change it to 3. And there's a good chance now Zanzibar is going to have 3 songs played. We're going to get the hat trick. That should almost win a coffee cup specifically for that reason. Oh, sorry. So let me touch on the thing I was saying before about that professor from Berkeley. And, Berkeley obviously sees merit in AI written and AI assisted lyrics, which gives it credibility. So I guess once I get Ben on the episode or the show, either pre-recorded or live, I don't know if I want to have it in a live and be playing a spinning wheel with somebody like that, but it hopefully now will. And I've been telling this joke, right? Like, and I said it a few times, so you can just tune out for 5 seconds as I tell the joke. Like, everybody in these communities, like, I write AI, I don't use AI at all, which in some cases is just a bit of pride. I write my own lyrics, and sometimes it's like a defensive, like. Don't get on me, like, you can't hate me like you hated everybody else because I write my own lyrics, right? Don't hate me, hate them, right? And I think, like, if people understand that it's a valid way to write songs now, or at least to assist with writing songs now, hopefully we can get out of our own heads and not care about that anymore. Like, yes, definitely if you write your own songs, you got pride around it. Be proud about that, announce that, like, bring joy around that. That's something like when you write your own stuff and you look at it and you bring it to life. That's awesome. But hopefully you're not like don't look at me. I'm not one of those people,
Well, I spoke about that during my interview too, saying that when I started out, I didn't know anything about writing lyrics. I had ideas about it, but ChatGPT helped me out, and I progressively started learning to do more and more on my own. And I'll use ChatGPT, for ideas. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those, like, if you are going to write lyrics, just kind of be careful because there's so many fractures, shadows, neon
Yeah,
echoes
yeah.
that, like, the more you use it, the more you'll realize what it likes to kind of default to, and your song won't stand out as much if you don't try to at least go through and edit and change. But by all means, if you can't write, use AI. Learn how to write using AI. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So let me just talk about that. I think it was Sinzu that I was having a conversation with a few weeks ago, and suggested that created a custom GPT for writing songs, found out all the most commonly used words like neon lights, and like I use the example. So here's to the guy at the end that was constantly putting in my lyrics. I took a screenshot of like the 50 most used words, and in that custom GPT it says, do not use any of these words, right? Neon disco storm, yeah, like all that stuff.
Can
Do
I?
not
Can
use
I?
any of these words. Yeah, go, please do. Yeah.
So one thing a lot of people don't know, you can simulate in GPT. So going along with what you were just saying, you can go into GPT and be like, "Hey, simulate me 10,000 written songs," and then from that simulation, extract this data and tell it, the say top 100 most commonly used adjectives or similes, metaphors, that figure of speech. You can tell it the top 100 most used phrases, and you can use that data to then tell a GPT, don't use this, don't use this.
Yeah, okay. So you just say extract, or do you have to provide?
Tell it to simulate without by telling it to simulate, you're not actually expecting like an output of say 1,000 songs. Instead, it creates that data, and then you can have it analyze that data. So, but yeah, I've done that before just to see like some things. Uh, but yeah, tell it to simulate say 100 songs, 1,000 songs, and then tell it to analyze that. Tell it you want to know what the most common words were, what the most common phrases were, and go from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'll do that, and if it works, like I hope you don't mind me borrowing that idea. If because the lyric writing in AI is a big part of our community. One thing is like whether you should or shouldn't, or how much you should lean on and stuff, but obviously people do, and we want like here in these communities that we're building, like mine and some of the other ones that are doing similar things now. We obviously want the community to be as good as it can be, right? So suggestions like that, if maybe I'll have you on again, or maybe I'll take this little snippet that you just said and then drop it into a recorded thing. But I think I'll be trying that, and if I can figure out that hack, I might share it with the wider community then, because like we want everybody to be able to put out the best stuff that they can put out. So let's see here. Anything in the comments? There are artists out there that uses ChatGPT. So yes, so I listened to a podcast of somebody in that basically is out there doing software, creating. Anyway, it's someone that's not directly in our community, but is in AI music, one of the main people in it, and said that they had inside information that basically every single song winning Grammys now at some part has an AI component in it, right? And I'll just say too, like when I was talking at Berkeley, there was a Q&A session from the students, and one person that was sort of pushing me back a little bit, but respectfully, like she was asking questions, and I'm hoping to have her on as well. She was basically saying that everybody that uses AI should label their songs as AI produced. But she kind of came back to that a little bit too, because she goes, I've been making music my entire life. I'm 19 years old, but I can't afford to figure out how to do mastering. Like it's too much for me when all I'm doing to do mastering as well. So I have to use AI, or I will use AI to master my tracks. And at that point, it's an AI song, right? Because AI's mastered the song. So do I have to now label my song that I spent a year producing or whatever, and I've spent my entire 19 years of my life learning how to do music? Now I've mastered it using AI, and technically speaking, it's a song created assisted with AI. So now I have to label that. You know, in the comments, like, what do you think about that? And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go on spinny wheel. But oh no, you'll get your take on it. What do you say?
Oh, I was gonna say we talked about that the other day, and I still say, like, if they're gonna apply a label to one thing, be it AI assisted or whatever, a label needs to apply to everything. I mean, otherwise it's discrimination. And there's so much. It's not just AI, but computer assisted that was around before AI. Like, I really don't think artists are going to want to have to break down. I mean, how many people have been using auto tune now for a decade, 2 decades? And if you want to start getting nitty gritty, like, what is traditional music versus music that's non-traditional? I mean, are you going to start saying that people that have digital recordings of their songs that are then edited in a DAW aren't proper music because, oh, well, this is made with a computer?
Yeah, I mean, to her credit, or I guess to her point, is that if you're labeling it as AI, you're at least crediting in some way all the people who made the music that you're borrowing from. And you know, what we have as our counter argument to that, which I didn't make because I didn't want to get an argument. I wanted to more talk about the community. But like every single person has been influenced by somebody else in the music. Like there's nobody that's making country music that's the first person that made country music. Like you've been influenced by everybody that's made country music beforehand. That's our 1-for-1 argument. You know, the top AI music eternity has her argument on the other way that goes like, yeah, but there's a paper trail, something. I don't know what she says, whatever. You know, you can it directly comes from whatever. I don't know, but you know, unless you have any, do you have anything else on that?
It's one thing that kills me talking about Miss Crystal is she talks about all these independent artists that are just getting ripped off because there's so much AI music going in the thing, and every AI song out there is taking away. No, it's not. It has to get a certain amount of plays before it's even monetized on platforms like Spotify. So it might be flooding the system, but not all that's generating, revenue. It's not taking away from the whole, unless it's a song that has been played or is good enough to take from it. And I think that's the real danger for traditional artists that are putting out the same boring crap, which not all of it's boring or crap, but still, like, some of their arguments are just, pure nonsense.
There's definitely desperation in the arguments, and there's also legal validity in the arguments too. Like, you know, I was watching her live a couple weeks ago, and also I don't mind. You know, she's not. I'm not big enough yet for her to mention me because then that would give me unearned credibility because all the whatever. So I don't mind mentioning her because people know her in the community, and I don't really give a shit about the promoting other people sort of stuff. Like, definitely go and watch her stuff. Like, she's more legally minded than I am because she's a freaking attorney. Like, I have my opinions on stuff, and my opinions sometimes are wrong. But she's gonna do this stuff because she can make the money through lawsuits, and she can bring attention to herself, and she's a business person first and foremost before I think she's anything else. And I don't mind her, like, to a point. We've talked about what we do mind is, I think, some of the promotion stuff comes before anything else, and that may or may not be true. I think she's run charity components too. I don't think she's a bad person. She when I had a direct comment on her channel when we were doing a live, and she responded saying, like, she doesn't have a problem with AI music, but a wrong was done, meaning it borrowed stuff from independent artists, and that's what they're trying to fix that. So maybe not, I don't know, but that's her opinion. It definitely gets her attention, and she can do that.
I don't think she's a bad person. I mean, and I can understand her, like, direction of attack, so to say, but for me, like, she, and maybe not strictly anti-AI, but against Suno, against Udio. And I think the biggest part of that, and no hate for her, like no disrespect, but I think the main reason her channel is even blown up is because of Suno and Udio. Like a lot of people that are AI music trying to find out about laws regarding their works go to her. She is like the number one person they go to when they're trying to find out about this stuff. Yeah. So it's a little silly to me that she's kind of turned on her own following or fan base. Yeah. I mean, not technically, but it kind of feels that way.
Yeah. Well, we've given her enough promotion for today, which we'll probably come back to. And she's definitely interesting for content. I'll just say, so there was a lawsuit. I swear to God, I'll get to the wheel. There's just something I've been meaning to talk about, and I just want to throw it in here. Wolfpack Records, Scott Dunlap brought me a thing about the update to the Suno lawsuit, which is they're now going off after that Suno potentially scraped YouTube to get a lot of their content. And basically I recorded an entire episode, but the way that my episodes come out, like these are on that particular type of content comes out on a Thursday here in Australia, Wednesday for you over there. And I did a whole thing on that. In the meantime, she came out with a thing addressing that exact topic. But I haven't even seen that. Scott told me that basically she covered basically a lot of the points that he was making, and that he was basically spot on with that. But I sort of went off on a tangent what I thought that new thing is. So look out next Wednesday. Have a look out. My take on that new thing. I think they couldn't possibly know for a fact unless there was a leak internally from Suno. I didn't take it that they have covert operations at Suno would be putting people, employees at Suno at risk for doing illegal things. I don't think they would do that. It's a massive risk. They've got multi-million-dollar investments, and people would do their due diligence and wouldn't want to get involved in that sort of thing. I think that they would have made this claim in that they're scraping YouTube, because if they say no, they've got to go to Discovery, and Discovery, like all these labels, could get all kinds of other information. So anyway, I'm going to spin the wheel. You guys can talk about all that all you want. I'm going to bring the wheel up. I'm going to refresh here. Let's see. Do I have any more submissions? No more. Cool. I'll bring it over here. Poser, pasta. I see the word pasta in there, so it's valid. Fallen Angel Music, which is recently a massive celebrity, coming up everywhere. Really good stuff. Super good for the community. I know Dom over at the AI Music Society thinks very highly of Fallen Angel. I might even order a coffee cup.
Come a little bit closer. I'm a midnight chef, yeah, full-time composer. You hear the rhythm, you feel the heat, like pasta boiling when the sauce is sweet. Don't need no violin, no sweet serenade. The sound in the dark is the music we made. When I make love, it sounds like wet spaghetti. It's a five-star meal between you and me. Funk in the passion, twisted up tight. We're serving amore all through the night. Drizzle that heat, let the flavors collide. Like a kitchen symphony, we can't hide. No string quartet, no candlelit show. Just that saucy rhythm, only we know. When I make love, it sounds like wet spaghetti. Slithering tango, hot and heavy. Turn up the vibe. just you and me.
Yeah, baby. Grab a fork, cause you're gonna get saucy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, I thought my door was closed. It just closed again. The studio's haunted. What do you think about that one?
That was I liked it. I mean, I know I gave a little bit of a pause there. I don't know how to describe that. I think it's funny we've got multiple songs tonight that are on the same topic of spaghetti and lovemaking, but
Yeah. Yeah, well, you can't make love with a wet noodle though. No, it's good. Good submission, Fallen Angel. I know some of these what I like here too, I think yeah, it's got the it's got at least some of the tags in there too. Outro, spoken, comedic. Yeah, baby, grab a fork because it's gonna get saucy. I love that. I don't know, like, is there something inherently sexual about spaghetti, or maybe
not that
Napoli
I'm aware
sauce?
of.
Something pretty special about Napoli sauce. Because if you're with, if you're getting with marinara sauce, you're basically getting it with fish. Any take on that?
Nothing appropriate for stream.
No, that's all right. Let's quickly trailer sniffs here, dude. We got some really famous people in here. Team is here. Trailer sniffs here. I'm gonna get straight into the wheel because I know there's a bit of a stuff. We'll try to rapid fire a couple.
It is really cool seeing the variety tonight too.
It's awesome.
You've had a large variety of genres.
Totally. I love it. Like, I knew the community was sort of come together and be creative, and that's good. There's a thing in the back of my mind that spaghetti on top of spaghetti was going to be recreated 800 times. Like, that would be. Anyway, I knew the community wouldn't let down. But anyway, here we go. Bring it over here. Set. Song submission's done. I'll just say, so here's Madison coming up here before we click it. So this, I'm expecting this is going to be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to this one. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to look forward to it for a little while because it looks like it's premiering in 19 minutes. So, like, exactly 1 minute before. You know what? Because I always say the last one I play wins the item, which is a coffee cup. So, Professor Jacket strategically placed the premiere right at the moment I would be playing my last song. Let me just wonder if I can't. How do we get a link on this?
Do you see Paul's comment?
What's that?
Lesbian sister told me most girls are like spaghetti noodles, straight until you get them wet.
Family show. You're right. It's after 8 o'clock in these whatever. Anyway, it's about food.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I'll get a. Okay, yeah, I got the link to this. So when it premieres, if Professor Jacket, if you can instant premiere this or something like that, that'd be great, and I'll come back to this. But right now I'm gonna mark it as played. I have it on standby in another browser window. You there, Professor Jacket? Set it up for 10 in case it didn't play. Yeah, I'm with Zanzibar. I definitely have to hear this one. Anyway, I'm gonna spin the wheel. We'll get another one going. Professor Jacket, if you could set that some way, we can do it now. Just gonna go here. And nope, no new submissions. That's good. How many submissions do we have? We have 23 pasta songs. That's incredible. Here we go. Paul Wonder. I did see you in there earlier. Let's see.
Cappellini, vermicelli, bucatini with a hollow center, linguini, fettuccini, tagliatelle, pigoli, mafaldi, mafaldi.
Penny, rigatoni, zitti, tortiglioni, zitellini,
Maccheroni,
zuccheroni, cavatappi, cannelloni.
maccheri, sedani, sceipette, farfalle, bautais, orecchiette, conchiglie, sciglieli, gemelli, rotini, rotini, casaros, strozzapetti. Orecchiette,
Concilla, gemelli, twist, rotini, fusilli, casare, chef, strozza, appetiti,
Gladiatori,
cannelle,
cavatelli,
filbassa,
ravioli, tortelli, tortellini,
tortelloni,
agnolotti,
messalone, cappelletti, caramelle, flashy pastas, lasagne, sfoglia, testaroli,
miseroli,
Efficace, stretchy, swisciano, triscia, special item, Tiffy, tanti Austrians, Tistulas.
Long
No, wait.
That was pretty awesome. That was pretty good. Hey, hit the ad. Hang on. To do the ad, got to be consistent.
I always love those funk bass lines.
Dude, the boo 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 boo. That stuff too.
Funk, disco, the bass lines. I don't know what it is about bass lines in those specifically. It's always so good.
Yeah,
And Suno, for some reason, Suno handles those really, really well.
yeah. There's the I was watching that documentary about lyrics about disco and the creation of it and stuff. And there was a lot of disco that wasn't super commercial. That was like the actual disco scene. But it always also had that bass. It started with the bass and like the drum beat with the hi-hat. But then somehow they added in that laser thing. Pew 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 pew. And that laser thing probably was more the commercial disco, like the stuff that you see at the main clubs, like Club 54 or whatever. But it just, for me, it just adds it. Keep born to be alive. Pew pew pew. I love that. That was fair, dude. I love the soup at the Olive Garden. That I'm gonna say the Olive Garden is when me and my wife plan on doing a trip to the States to visit my parents or whatever. This is what happens. We spam each other with, we got to go Olive Garden, got to go Olive Garden, got to Olive Garden. We never end up going to I think in the last like 6 trips, we have not been to the Olive Garden. It's always about Munson Pizza, which is the town I grew up in, which nobody else except for me likes that. I think their pizza is like the best in the world. Sorry, Aussies, that's just the way it is. I don't like Australian pizza as much as I like American pizza. Sorry about that. Sorry, Bob. Sorry, Phoenix or whoever else is here. That's the way it is. But yeah, cool. Now, let me just ask, Professor Jacket. I tried refreshing that song, and I can't get it. Can you just DM me in the Discord? DM me in the Discord a link to that song, and I'll just load it up and play it. No, we don't have Olive Garden in Australia. We don't. Chains don't do particularly well here because there's a lot of, like, over here, and they do, like, we have like Wahlburgers in over here in the Gold Coast, and there's like places around touristy areas. Chains do well. We have like TGIF, that's been here for years, but I think it's always just survived off the smell of an oily rag. Like, people here like the authentic restaurant thing, like people not being sort of chains. I noticed, like, it's good to go to the, like, when I go, let me see, Professor Jacket has sent me a message. Cool. Let's see if this loads.
I was going to ask, Outback Steakhouse, is that just steakhouse there in Australia?
Dude, I'll tell you, is it just a steakhouse? Good question. That's like that Simpsons episode when he was in Brazil. I want some Brazil nuts. We just call them nuts here. Oh man, ask any. If you want to trip up, if you want to trip up an Aussie, like, there's two things. Say koala bears. They'll be like, they're not bears. And the other thing is, like, talk about how you had some authentic Australian food when you went to the Australian Outback Steakhouse. God, if you want to piss off an Australian, say any of those two things. If you like to troll, that is a top quality troll.
Is Phoenix still here? What do you think about that, Phoenix?
Phoenix, what are you going? So I got that direct link. I got that direct link. Sorry, I'm trying to do the Professor Jacket. It still says video unavailable. It's set as private. So, you know, this is just adding to the lure of this song, right? Because
he needs to put it unlisted, not private.
Yeah, unlisted. Yeah, put it unlisted. That's it. I'll just keep refreshing. And still not done. The Professor Jackson's, oh my God, pushing buttons. God, what are we gonna do? I'm under pressure now. Got to get back to work. Matt, you are the man. Everyone else, pasta la vista. Oh man, the pasta puns. Thanks, Mike. Unlisted. We don't eat Outback Steakhouse. What's a bloomin' onion? No such thing. Yes, honest Bond. Yeah, so the bloomin' onion is certainly not Australian, but it's really good. So I wish we had bloomin' onions. What do we have here?
Yeah, marinara.
So we got Napoli sauce, which technically speaking probably isn't Australian. Let's see. Let me see if this song is unlisted yet. Oh yes, we got it up here now. Cool. All right, I'll bring us over here direct.
You got massive spiders.
We do have massive spiders. That was
and kangaroos.
So before we go to Madison's song there, one thing that like when you walk through the bush with a lot of tall grass and stuff like that, just when you live in Australia, you're just naturally a little bit tentative. And I've basically had snakes like black snakes, like tiger snakes, like go right in front of me when I've been walking through. And I go, shit, man! I'd turn around and go back or make a decision. I noticed, like, when I was doing nature walks in the States, I didn't care. Like, I was like, you're so much more relaxed. Like, I don't care. Like, there's like a snake might come out, be like a garden snake or something. Like, who cares? But anyway, we're gonna go. Here we go. Go maximum screen.
Okay, wait, chat. The wheel picked me. Y'all are really wanting to watch me stack spaghetti on spaghetti. Bro, this is insane. I see y'all dropping love in the chat. But listen, don't judge me. Sometimes I put cheese fries on top too. Yo, it's like spaghettiception with cheese. Y'all ready? Let's twirl it and get messy. Sauce dripping quick, I'm a pasta magician. Noodles on noodles, carb repetition. Gold fork spin like a DJ edition. Cheese fries crash, it's a greasy collision. Meatball drop, trampoline on my plate. Twisting up spaghetti like I'm spinning fate. Garlic bread crown, I'm a carb heavyweight. Fries on spaghetti, yeah, that's my first date. Spaghetti on top, Lasagna in the back, ravioli on the floor, but spaghetti on spaghetti, bro, I need more. Snap it for the gram with the marinara pour. Cheese fries melting, it's a carb galore. Fast life, fast bite, TikTok going lit. Madison spitting, yeah, my sauce don't quit. Call the chef up, I'ma remix it quick. Cheese fries on spaghetti, now that's a power hit. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, stack it high already. Fries on top, making all my fans sweaty. Drop it in the sauce like confetti, confetti. Everybody chant it, spaghetti. Okay, but like, hear me out. What if it's spaghetti on top of spaghetti? On top of cheese fries? On top of spaghetti again? Bro, that's like infinite carbs. Somebody call NASA. We just broke math. My brain hurts, but my stomach is clapping. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti. Cheese fries getting heavy. Twist it, kiss it, my gold chain looking ready. Drop it in the sauce like confetti, confetti. One more time, sing it, spaghetti. On top of cheese fries. Bro, okay, that's it. I'm done. My noodles are literally sweating and don't even start. Yeah, I remember chat when y'all played me Zanzi Bros, hymn of the sacred cheese fries live on stream. Like, yo, that song was life-changing. I was sitting there like, yes. Cover me in cheese fries, baptize me in cheddar, make it rain mozzarella. Okay, I'm serious. Someone clip this. Good night, chat. Madison out. Don't drop your phones in the sauce.
Madison, classic Madison. Oh, no, I cut off the end. Oh, just floated around. Awesome. Glad we got that one out. Oh, that was a challenge. Hey, if you guys don't mind, like, put in the chat. I don't know how you are, SH, but I'm happy to extend this one out. I don't have any podcasts to film after this one, and there's a lot of songs that I know people want to get through. So if you're happy, I'm happy to extend this one out a little bit. What are you thinking?
That sounds good to me. I give you a thumbs up. I don't know if you saw it.
Cool. Who else? Anybody else happy to hang out here? Hearts, emoji. Give me. Actually, I love the emoji strikes. Like, I don't know, because like, was it in I watched Teamith stream, and like and anybody else that uses the Discord, not Discord, what's the one he uses? Other one. Twitch, yeah. And they just go.
Yeah, that's the only thing I like about Twitch more than YouTube is the custom emojis are a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm getting them up the side. Cool. I'm just gonna play an ad because that is the way.
The way.
This
you know the way.
This is the way. So if anybody hasn't been paying attention or hasn't heard, we're going to look at next week, providing I don't have a subject matter expert that can teach us something, in which case those ones play less songs because we're trying to get through content, but also have some fun. But either next week or the week after, I want to do wrestling persona walk-up songs. You create the persona, the wrestling persona. It's something you create using maybe an image generator or something like that, and make a walk-up song. Dun, 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 dun. You know, we my daughter, like, when she was really little, they had like WWE thing and at EB Games or whatever, and they were playing the song and said John Cena, dun, 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 dun. So like anytime that, even to this day, you could go, hey Brooke, John Cena. She goes, dun 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Oh, Zanzibar is pretty wheel obsessed. Wheel obsessed.
Talking about your daughter like that. My son had me laughing this weekend. He was walking through the house, just doing all kinds of like the meme sounds, going like helicopter, and yeah. Mine would do the helicopter too. Yes, like a walking YouTube advertisement.
Yeah, it's what every parent wants. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna do a quick switch because, like I said, I want to get through a few. Submissions. Let's see if there's any unapproved. 23 approved. 23 submissions. Cool. So that's all done. Go here. What do we got next? Like I said, it's not disappointing. So I'm a bit excited to get through them. Not just about getting through them. Let's see. Midnight Mike. No, we'll do another one because this one is the one he said isn't pasta based. So we'll go through and find another one. Okay. Dr. No. So this is a Dr. No submission, which is fitting. I reckon this will be a pretty good one. Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, the Italian opera. Here we go.
It is I, Dr. No. You've stumbled into my plot for world domination, but don't worry. You won't remember the subliminal messages I've hidden. While you watch Spaghetti on top of spaghetti, the AI Italian opera. Bon appetit.
Oh fame maledetta, traditrice crudele, mi hai spinto lontano da ogni ragione. Farfalle al pesto planano leggere, nocchi al tramonto morbidi e veri, ma dove sei tu, mio carboidrato reale? Follia. Savrano, io cantavo ai fornelli con maestria. Entrambi, ma nel piatto ci siamo incontrati. Nel sugo del destino uniti siamo. Lasagna e strati di verità. Fiamma gustosa che amore speziato nessuna pietanza mi dà così tanto. Un'invocazione, un canto celeste. Basta, sopra, basta. Nel nome del gusto per sempre con te.
Yeah, awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. No. That one may be the favorite so far, and if you go by the chat. That was pretty epic. And I wonder how many times like I've been listening to Italian opera in the car going down the road, and it was just some nonsense lyrics. Not saying that pasta is nonsense, but I think it's something about family or something, and it's just, you know, about spaghetti. Not that I've ever actually listened to Italian opera intentionally.
Spaghetti about it.
It's like the puns. The puns. I can't even think of any puns, but that was yeah, another enjoyable track. And again, understood the assignment. I thought it was going to be singing spaghetti. Like when you go by the title, I thought it was going to be spaghetti on top of spaghetti, but sung in Italian over and over again. I'm glad it wasn't. It was epically awesome. I'm going to hit the ad.
That one was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, they're all. Hey,
I mean, they've all been great, but just, I don't know. Dr. No's puns in there is really, that was the cheese on top.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And we'll go back to Madison's one. Madison was getting pretty sexually explicit as well. Like wanted to roll around in cheese or be covered in pasta or something like that. Especially if you take into consideration all the suggestive things of what spaghetti is and pasta is in some of the other songs. Madison's getting pretty involved in other people's puns.
I really like the intro to the Madison one. The fact that she addressed chat and be like, "Oh, I got picked by the will."
Yeah.
Like that was funny to me.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Can you just through the Discord or something, just message me that song that you made? So we'll definitely play your one. I'll just wait for that here.
It's on the will. I think you manually play it.
Can I manually? Oh, yeah, I probably could just manually play it.
King Spaghetti, Spaghettini.
King Spaghetti. I'll look for it.
It's at the bottom for me.
I'll look. Legos, a thing. Yeah. So Phoenix is talking about an ad about Italian pasta sauce. Legos. I've dropped a few on. I think let me see. Oh, there we go. We'll play this. Can I play it? Source. Oh, we're on a Suno one. We'll do it. But yeah, we'll do it without the visuals in, I suppose. You go. That.
Tony rolling, call it contraband. Tagliatella tango, scandal on my plate. Penny with a headache, marinara fade. Mazza in the pocket, rocket parmesan. Gnocchi in the cockpit, pasta marathon. Saucy little sinner, simmer in the pot. For falling in the hallway, noodles never stop. Spaghetti, confetti, ravioli on a jet ski. Tortelli, deadly, capelletti, getting sweaty. Fusilli, manili, bow tie, power, that's the delay. One plate eternity, hail to King Spaghettini. King Spaghettini. Carbonara saga, drama in the steam. Orecchie medallion, shining in the cream. Lasagna panorama, stacked into the sky. Cannelloni testimony, cheese will never lie. Rotini with a motive, plotted on the stove. Linguini in the beanie, sneaky on the road. Shell shock soldier, elbows in a row. Bow down, basil crown, ravioli show. Spaghetti, confetti, ravioli on a jet ski. Tortelli, deadly, capelletti, getting sweaty. Fusilli, points the crooked road where the sauce decides the song. Hear the oracle of Ozo boiled in the pot too long. Rating points the crooked road where the sauce decides the song. Rigatoni secto. Gnocchi carved in heavy stone, stamped with flour left to dry. Lasagna guards the spagu throne, the first to taste, the last to try. Spaghetti, confetti, tortellini on the jet ski, ravioli, holy moly, CD screaming like a goalie. Farfalle, finale, lasagna, tower sliceale, pasta throne eternity, long reign, king spaghettini. No death, no death.
So what do you think of that song?
Well, I had a lot of fun making that one, and I'll of course I'll admit GPT was used to make lyrics on this one, but for me, like what I really liked about this generation when I did it was the transitions. It was so fun how it went from like almost a high energy EDM to almost rock at some points, and then it got that like orchestra part too, where you've got the background going with the different lines, and like I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was reading through the prompts, and I like, it says EDM and all that stuff. I thought that's really interesting. It's actually make me think that we should do something that just tries really hard to do that and see how it breaks, right? But
That's what I live for on Suno.
to
I
see
like
if you
to try
can
to
break it. Yeah. So how many iterations of this before you ended up on this one? How many didn't work?
I think I went through 8 generations,
Yeah.
which there were other good ones. This was just the best of what I made.
Yeah. Yeah.
The main thing I was looking for when generating was getting the orchestra part where they were actually saying, I'm going to try to pull it up that way I can actually reference the lyrics directly, but there were 2 lines where I wanted the orchestra to really kick in, and you had like background orchestra singers saying it. It was the Rigatoni Sanctus and Spagoot Dominus. Like I really wanted that.
Yeah.
So I went through a couple
And it
different
works.
versions.
It works totally. Dominus. Cool. All right. So what do you think so far? I don't know how many songs do we have. I'm going to mark yours as played, actually. King Spaghetti, Mark played. We've gotten through quite a few. For some reason, a lot of them on the top haven't been picked yet. But
It says approved 23, 9 played, so we're almost halfway there.
yeah, well, let's try to get 3 more. I don't want to keep people here all night. Although this is
There's
fun.
a couple that you haven't marked played either, like Hymnus and Ad Noodlum. You played that.
Okay, I'll mark played. Yeah, and which one?
It was Zanzibar song, Hymnus Ad Noodlum.
I've done that one. I'm gonna
Hold on, maybe I need to refresh.
No, you're probably right. I'm gonna mark that one as played too because that's not pasta based. Error spaghetti not found. Grave OS. Did I play that one yet?
I heard you say it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I said it. You're right. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna get through. Gonna get through about half. So let me play. We'll play 3 more. I'll try to rapid fire. You know, and I'll play an ad now before because I keep forgetting. Cool. I've done that. I played it. All right. I'm gonna head over to the wheel. Mom's Spaghetti. I think I heard people talking about this one in the Discord.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Plates on the table, fork in my hand. Sauce so good, you don't understand. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's cutting! Steam from the pot fills up the air. Every bite's a memory, love everywhere. Noodles twirl tight, sauce keeps it ready. Home's in the taste of mom's spaghetti. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Doesn't matter where I roam. My taste will always bring me home. Bring me home. Every forkful tells my story. Every plate is family glory. From Sunday night dinners to cold next day, that Tupperware magic never fades away. With parmesan snow and the garlic bread heavy, I'm always coming back for mom's spaghetti. Mom's spaghetti heart and soul keeps me grounded, keeps me whole. Mom's spaghetti sauce so steady. Life makes sense with mom's spaghetti. Doesn't matter where I roam. That taste will always bring me home. Every forkful tells my story. Every plate is family glory. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Palms are sweaty, palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. I speak our freak, Desiree on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, spaghetti. Want some
Love to hear what Gordon Ramsay was saying. Oh, I'm out of character. Hang on. I love to hear what Gordon Ramsay was saying about that Nana.
Oh yeah, get his opinion on the song itself.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
it looked like he was looks like he was screaming at the mom. I think maybe Wolfpack was trying to make it look that way. Something bad is going to happen to Gordon.
I like seeing Gordon Ramsay in the clip.
Yeah, no, it was good. I like that, and it was fun. Like it was a good pickup on that Mom's Spaghetti thing out of the song too, because it's it feels so random. But then again, like I'm not huge into that genre, but yeah, that was good. I like that one, and it's good to have one of Scott's songs come up too, because Scott's done so much work for the channel. So, what did you think? What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was good. And I appreciated the Eminem reference. So
yeah,
it was enjoyable all around.
Yeah, awesome.
And then seeing Gordon Ramsay there reminded me of one of the first songs I made. One of my favorite of the first songs I made was a song called "Hell's Kitchen Blues." It was about Gordon Ramsay. So it was kind of a throwback to that.
Was it about love for Gordon Ramsay, or?
No, it was just it was like an indie folk song, or not folk, but like folk rock. Just about Gordon screaming at the chefs and them breaking down, and it's a fun listen.
Yeah, I always had this
It's one I
opinion.
thought. Sorry.
No, go.
I thought about maybe trying to remaster it and put it back out in the wild again, which it's the old version's there, but that's in a 3.5. So
Yeah,
it sounds good for what it is, but still, it could be better.
yeah, it's fine. And I'm sure it's fine. We'll have to listen to it. Like, maybe you can remaster it with 5.0. I used to think of Gordon Ramsay like this is what I've always thought of Gordon Ramsay like kind of like I do with Top Music Attorney. Like I think like a lot of the stuff in front of the camera is unnecessary sometimes. Like, but I think Gordon Ramsay probably loves babies and puppies and would be a really good friend and wouldn't be screaming in your face in real life. Probably works in kitchens and doesn't do that, but for the camera hams it up. I don't know.
It's entertaining.
It's
regardless.
entertaining, I suppose. Yeah, and I guess I've binged episodes for that reason. So maybe there's things I need to learn. We'll go straight into another song. Play an ad real quick first, and I'll go into another song. So I'm trying to get through some. We'll go. Honest Bob. I'm glad Honest Bob's getting up here. It's funny because I saw the very top bit of this pasta on the wheel, and I thought, oh, good. It's definitely a spaghetti song.
I wake up late, craving pasta. Got hunger, pain, it's a monster. Noodles swirl like I dance in my bowl. Tangled thoughts wrapped up taking toll. You say I should eat, just be strong now. But I need more sauce, let me show how. Spaghetti, don't let me down tonight. With every bite I feel so alive. If I can't get enough, if I can't get enough, I'll just stop eating, can't get enough. Boiling water, my heart's on fire. Chef kiss, lifting me higher. Tomato dreams coat the bottom. You know this love, it ain't forgotten. Fork in hand, got my mind made up. Twisting strands, it's a never give up. Spaghetti, don't let me down tonight. With every bite I feel so alive. If I can't get enough, I'll just stop eating, can't get enough. So help me now, give me a plate. Can't stop this craving, it's my fate. In every swirl, I find my peace. This love for pasta, it won't cease. Spaghetti, don't let me down tonight. With every bite, I feel so alive. If I can't get enough, I'll just stop eating, can't get enough.
There we go. Repping Australia. That's good. What do you think? For one thing, I like that it was a good rock song.
I love all of Honest Bob's songs.
Yeah.
He's a really, really good musician, which I mean, we all are, but I've had several of his songs on my playlist.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be good rock, I know he's dependable for it.
Yeah. No, it's bonus.
Even if it's about spaghetti.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You could hardly know that it was a fun thing about spaghetti. It was just a full-on proper rock song. It was good. Now I noticed that the concurrent views down to 13, so now's definitely a good time to wrap this up because it was well over 20 before. So, do you have anything else to add on? Anything? So we'll just say, like, I'm wearing SHS's T-shirt. If you weren't here for the start, do you want to pop a link to your store or something? Oh, maybe give it to you after. I'll put it in the description.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's just ShsSlayer.com.
There you go. And you go to the store and buy a cool shirt, and that'll be awesome. If you want to send me a code or something for your store, for your shirt, to give me a shirt or a hat or something like that, and I'll rotate through them on the lives and my 5 featured artist thing, I'll do that. I'll help promote your stuff, particularly in the 5 featured artists, because that's there to promote your stuff. Like I've said before, that's kind of like my least viewed thing consistently, but it's still 200, 300, 400 people that regularly watch those things. So if you want to promote your store, send me a shirt or something, and I'll just wear it. This last one's going to win the coffee cup out of my store. So hopefully it's a banger. It's a good meatball. It's a spicy meatball. Is there anything else you want to add to this before we sort of go out?
I don't have anything.
Cool. Well, that's enough. That's enough. We put enough for the last hour and a half. Yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, this week coming up is going to be my take on the Suno lawsuit. Thanks to Wolfpack Records, Scott Dunlap for greasing the wheel with that one and getting me the actual lawsuit information. I had a bit of a chat. That just had me thinking about different scenarios and motivations. I think it's for discovery. I think Suno, I think they came with that whole Suno's scraping stuff because they couldn't possibly know. So it has to be a guess. And if Google was aware of it, you would have thought they'd be in on the lawsuit and be funding that lawsuit. They broke our terms of service. We'll give them some money to and we want part of this lawsuit.
Well, okay, so this isn't really helping Suno's case here, but I've suspected for a long time now that Suno scraped YouTube for training data. I mean, I've had bits and pieces like, the hallucinations. And I just said, again. That's going to drive me crazy every time I say it.
I don't even notice.
I noticed it on the interview. I said it so many times. But getting on with it. I've had hallucinations in Suno that sound like people saying, oh, hey, like and subscribe, or other things like that. And there was one, it was like a sound thing I'd noticed somebody had posted in Discord where 2 or 3 other users had that same exact sound in their songs, and then they actually had posted the video that originally had it. And they're like, yeah, this is from this video. So I do honestly believe that, yeah, they scraped YouTube for it. So I don't think there's a question of did they do it, but the question becomes, is it fair use?
Okay, so in that case, it wouldn't be fair use because they're violating the direct terms that they agreed to in the YouTube. But another point I make in that video that's coming out is maybe they did with YouTube with Google's permission. Maybe they had an agreement with Google to use that. And like, I don't know enough about copyright law and all that stuff. Like my legal stuff has been scanning stuff for IT or whatever when you get a statement of work or whatever and going through it with lawyers and all that. But I'm curious why Google wouldn't be in on the lawsuit if it was done outside of the terms of service. Like, they can't claim fair use in that way. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to go to the wheel. Whoever, because we could talk about this forever, and I'm sure now we will in the Discord. But we're going to go to the wheel. We'll sign off. I'll play the song, and whoever's song gets a AiDIY coffee cup. Which, by the way, at Suno headquarters, they have those there, and people at Suno are walking around with my stickers, T-shirts, and coffee cups. So you'll have one of those. Cool. So thanks, ShsSlayer. Always, I basically thank you 100 times every week for different reasons. This is a week, so may as well thank you for this week as well.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Excellent. Cool. I'll go to the spinny wheel of intelligence. Honest Bob. Here we go. Honest Bob already has one of my t-shirts, but now you're going to get a coffee cup.
I'm in the kitchen, got the water boiling hot. Spaghetti sizzles, it's bubbling on the spot. Swirl it right, feel that rhythm in my soul. With every bite, I'm losing all control. Tossing that sauce, let the flavors intertwine. It's a feast, come on, let's drink some wine. Hot spaghetti, dancing on my plate. Feeling this groove, can't you just relate? So good, but every moment, can't let it stay. We're living for the flavor, then escalate. Let's go! Turn up the heat, we're cooking all night long. With Donna and Dolly, we're singing a song. Every twirl, every swirl, that's a work of art. This pasta magic, straight from the heart. Gathered on the table, let's share a bite. Friendship and laughter, everything's so right. Hot spaghetti, dancing on my plate. Feeling this groove, can't you just relate? So good, but every moment, can't let it fade. We're living for the flavor, then escalate. Let's go! So grab a fork, let's take a chance. In this kitchen, we'll start our dance. Spaghetti dreams are coming true. With every taste, I'm here for you.